Happy Saturday. Hope everybody is doing well. My goodness, what a day. COVID. Went out to the store to get some traps. Yellow jacket traps, carpenter bees. I hate those things. I wore the mask. Sorry. I had to give you a pic of it. It is what it is. So hope you're doing well. Hope your sales are doing extremely well. Are you lacking direction? You're stepping into the telesales arena. These are a couple nuggets that I hope will serve you well, that I hope will help you and bring you value. When you're stepping into the telesales arena, are you distracted at any point when you're on that phone? When you get into your workday, what's your system? Do you have procedures in place? Do you have a path to get you to where you need to go? The prospect is dropping clues as they talk to you. Are you being a good detective? Are you being an industry professional? Are you being an insurance agent, an insurance professional, helping them, guiding them, being attentive to their needs above your needs? Are you truly valuing them and focusing on not carrier-specific stuff, not you-based stuff, but focusing on them? You need to be so dialed into that client. When you're engaged with them, you need to be engaged to the point that nothing else matters. Think about this. Are you distracted? When you're starting with telesales, you have music going on in the background, you got your Netflix, you got something else that's noise, okay? You don't need noise. That client is the only thing you need to be listening to. That's it. You're being a detective. The case is insurance. If you're doing final expense, the case is the final expense debacle, all right? Is that client going to be served by you? Are you going to solve this mystery, the mystery of telemarketing, the mystery of telesales? Face-to-face, it's a little different animal than it is for telesales. You've got to have your view in focus. That client needs to be the first thing and the only thing when they pick up the phone. You've got 5 seconds to take care of that client, catch their attention, bring value to them, or they hang up. You don't have the grace that you do with face-to-face sales. You can be a total goob at the door. They're still going to pay attention to you, right? This is a different dynamic. So over the phone, it's important that you're present with them. You're listening to their needs. If you ever remember Dragnet, okay, and somebody's in the car and they got their binoculars, right, and they're looking at the scene. A lot of times with telesales, if you're coming at any sale from the angle of you, instead of the client, your binoculars are completely out of focus. Go do something else with your career and life. You need to be focused on the client intently. You come in number 2. You need to have things in proper view. You're looking at the client in the wrong way. You got your binoculars flipped. Okay, it's always going to be blurry and you wonder why you're having trouble. You need to be focusing intently, not the new binoculars itself, focus. You need to be on really paying attention. You cannot have distractions. When you're focusing on a consumer on the phone, be real. Do not fake it. You need to be who you are when you're on the phone with them. You need to be relational. You need to be real and transparent. You're an industry professional. You're an insurance agent. You are not a social worker. So many people in the insurance industry, they feel like they need to be social workers. There's no shame in social work, but that's for them to do. We're going to love on people, treat them right, give them high integrity, high quality products, A-rated carriers, the utmost of attention, because details matter. And when you're sitting with a client face-to-face, those details are important. But when you're over the phone, that's all you have is your voice, who you are at your core. If you come at this business from a selfish mentality, a selfish way, it's not going to work. But the client will drop you clues along the way, just like a detective has to pick up on clues. Be attentive to solve the case. If you're attentive to their needs, you're going to solve the case of their problem. The case of their problem is they need to make sure that their kids aren't burdened, that they need to transfer wealth to the next generation, that they need to create tax-free money to solve a problem in their life. Maybe they just need a $5,000 policy to guard their family from the risk of paying for a cremation, and they can't afford to stack up $5,000. They can afford to just write the check. They need the beauty of insurance to solve that problem for them. The beauty of insurance is they're paying a small premium to create the money at the point that their family has need. You're relieving the family of the stress and the burden, and you're meeting, more importantly, the client's wishes. What does the client want? If you listen to what the client wants and you're quiet, listen to the consumer. Do more listening than you do talking. You may like the sound of your voice. I get really irritated with the sound of my voice sometimes. I do. I even say, I'm sorry you have to hear me talk so much. Even when I'm on the phone with a client, there's a point where I don't like hearing my own audio. All right? The consumers want to be listened to. So listen to the consumer. Pick up on those subtle cues. As they're talking to you, listen to them. Do not be distracted. You're going to find a lot more success. Get the binoculars on. Focus on that consumer, but look at this business from the right direction. Look at this business from a consumer first, you second. I finger dial on the telephone. I use my fingers. I dial every number. I could use CRMs. I've used CRMs in the past. I'm not a huge fan. I'm sorry. Some of you guys out here, like, subscribe, put it down in your comments. You probably think, this guy's crazy. All right, he doesn't use a CRM. And I get it. There's value to the CRM. There's value to it. But I also see a disadvantage where when the CRM goes down, if the web goes down, I've seen it time and time again, where it goes down and now you can't work. Paper doesn't break. Unless you burn it, tear it, toss it in the trash and dispose of it and shred it properly. Protect PII for your client's sake, even if it's just a lead, that's important to me, then you're in a position where you're dependent on another system that could fail. So call me old school, it's true. I feel more dialed in when I intentionally dial their phone number. I do feel more connected to the consumer. So when you're getting into this game, it's fun to take care of people, to serve them with integrity and honor, to be able to do this age-old profession of being an insurance agent, to be a licensed insurance agent, whether it's telesales, whether it's face-to-face, do it with honor, do it with integrity, be proud of who you are. Don't come in as somebody that you're not. Be a pro. You're not a social worker. You're meeting needs. You're solving problems for that client. If you just listen enough to pick up on the clues that they're dropping, have fun, enjoy it, be present with them. It's amazing what you can do when you have the right tools. If I didn't know how to play basketball, and I'm not a great basketball player, if I didn't know a thing, you may not know how to use the backboard. You've never been trained to hit the sweet spot on the backboard. If you hit that backboard at a certain place, what happens? If you're trained, and I was taught a little bit, I'm not good, not even great. I'm probably mediocre at best at basketball. I probably suck along doing it. But if you hit that backboard consistently at a certain place at a certain time, what happens? The ball will drop more often than not into the hoop. And you're going to make a point. Why? Because I took instruction. I got advice from someone that was smarter than me, that understood the game of how to get that ball into that hoop. It may seem easy to throw a ball into a hoop, but if you don't know how to use the backboard, it gets really frustrating and you're not going to sink as many shots as you could. If I can help, reach out. Love to serve you. Go be successful. Go listen to your clients. Be intent on them. Everything else will be really good for you. Play detective. Listen to their lives. And have a great weekend. Have a great tomorrow. Enjoy the time with your family. Okay? I know a lot of you guys are shut down just like I am. We're housebound. So here I am, hanging in the backyard, hanging with the family. Go to my office for a little bit. Did a little bit of work. Got my wife's blessing. She's like, go for it. Go work for a little bit. And then, hey, let's go hang out. So she's boiling eggs with the kiddos. It's awesome. We're getting ready. So it's going to be a great day. I hope you enjoy the time with your family. Be safe. This thing that's happening, I don't think that the face-to-face sale is going to happen for a while. I think a lot of people are really going to need to, skill up. Skill yourself up to the point where you're getting yourself better. You're honing your craft, because this could last longer than where we're at. I hope it doesn't. I really do hope that it blows over. All right. But it's kind of like training a dog or training a cat. Here we have the United States training everybody, stay home to be safe. I get it. Valuable, right? But you're training people to not touch hands, to stay 6 feet away from everybody. And our state's doing it for almost 30 days. You're creating a habit. Anything that you do consistently over time will develop into a habit. I fear for you guys that are still face-to-face and haven't transitioned yet and haven't scaled up. I fear that we're going to be in this environment much longer than people realize. There's a point where you're training Americans to have habits. Now we're going to go 30 days and we desire face-to-face, but are certain people going to still be a little bit more resistant about being around somebody? It's a possibility. I hope I'm wrong. I absolutely hope I'm wrong. But in the meantime, scale up, help people, serve people. Hope this brought you value. If it did, great. Leave it in the comments. If it didn't bring you value, that's okay. Put that in the comments too. I hope I've served you in some way. Have an amazing weekend and enjoy what you do.